Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Groupers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powell is with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Groupers offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Gives it on the option. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Special teams proving to be special. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution with the punt return.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. He'll pull it on the read. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll do it himself. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Parrish. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So Kentucky's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Kentucky! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The option look. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now breaks into the open. Oh, sweet feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Trying to bully their way in. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job.
Touchdown, Wildcats! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. And he was able to get back on top of it.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Here comes the option. The pitch. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The groupers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll return it from the 50. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They want to throw it. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. Oh, better look out. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give to the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Working that wide receiver screen. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. And the groupers will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. The sure hands, it's long. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Shakes off the defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They get him down with this offense. He's set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Wildcats are flying down the field. They'll go to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Barring a penalty, because announcers always have caveats, the drive will come down to 4th and goal. He'll go to the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And a 4th and goal situation. Bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting a touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the...
There he goes! And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Now on the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hands it off. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The groupers will call on their punt team. And the returner will be dragged down. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going right to work up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. A strike downfield. Turning on the Jets. Huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week it was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency in getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the groupers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Got room to work. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. They go to the ground. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 17 over UCLA. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Sheffield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The groupers with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under fire. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short game. And the groupers decide to punt it away. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Running through. And another broken tackle. lucky. He would not be denied. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. And he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll go back to work on offense. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The groupers will punt it away on 4th down. He gets a block. He's going to get loose.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing.
And the ball is free on the pitch.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown. Turning it on! Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for space, it's Craig. Fighting off the defender. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Sheffield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the groupers line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home.
4 sacks. A loss of 13 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Enter the 4th quarter. Let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snags it down the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Kentucky! Once he got some room, it was over. This lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner goes down. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll send the back in motion. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Bust through behind his pad. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Looking to buy time. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in?
Breaks into the open. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And now the offense will come onto the field again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. The groupers will have it 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Hobbs. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Looking for room. It's Craig. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. And the groupers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David, really so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Punts it out of the air. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
To the air, it's Wicks. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hobbs. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Makes the grab down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubts.